That's a giant. All right, guys, it is a new season, 2022. You guys saw the wrap reveal video. We have a bunch of new partners for this Elite Series season. I'm really excited about it. Down here in Florida, I made it all the way down from Texas to Florida here. We got some kind of pre-season meetings and things like that out of the way. Finally, now I can start thinking about hopping in my boat, doing a little bit of fishing, breaking in the engine. But in this video here today, I want to show you the features of my 2022 Skeeter FXR 20. So let's hop on over here. Let's just take it head to toe here. Again, this is my 10th Skeeter bass boat, and I am so fortunate to be a part of Skeeter Boats and Yamaha Motors. You know, it's been a partnership that has been absolutely awesome. You know, working back and forth, giving input on performance, little things here and there. It's really cool when the pros can give that type of input to these manufacturers and you see those changes that you're after. It lets you know you're doing something. So just from head to toe here, you know, Skeeter trailers, they make their trailers in-house, and that started just a few years ago. But if there's ever an issue with trailers or anything like that, Skeeter deals with them directly and they rectify those issues right then and there. You know, with us pros being on tour, you know, we have the service guys, both Skeeter and Yamaha, following us all over. But for you, for a buyer, for the regular consumer, Skeeter's customer service, Yamaha's customer service is second to none. So Skeeter boat, Yamaha trailer, all the way around. Why don't you come back over here before we hop in the boat? I just want to show you this step right here. Really awesome when you're trying to get in your day box. So that's a really cool feature of the Skeeter trailer here. Fiberglass fenders, you can see them sparkling, real nice. Kind of matches the kind of the wrap design here. And these wheels, custom 20s. Really nice to have these. I believe these are Z-rated tires straight from the factory, so they're rated for the weight and the speed. And I like to drive fast when I'm going from tournament to tournament, whether it's I-20, I-10, I-30. We like to move. Skeeter factory decals. There's an option for black. There's an option for silver. Dude, it's 2022. Black is in. Matches the truck, matches everything here. New graphics on the Yamaha SHO. This is a 250. Pretty much the same kind of overall design. It's a V6 design, plenty of power, 250 horsepower, a lot of low range and mid-range torque. So when you're cruising along, especially down here in Florida in that 2.5 to 2 feet of water, you can just cruise along at 25 miles an hour and it stays up on plane. One of the major differences is in the alternator. It pumps out, I'm not sure exactly how much voltage voltage and amperage it pumps out, but definitely more amperage, more charging voltage that goes to your electronics, your keypad, batteries, extra batteries. So, you know, with the demand for power in today's electronics, whether it's Humminbird, Lowrance, whatever it is, you need an engine that charges those batteries to keep you out on the water, no flickering issues. So awesome graphics here with the new 2022 SHO. Of course, Raptors, this is year number 2 with Minn Kota Raptors. Last year, after all those tournaments and all those, you know, northern fisheries and all that slamming, those 4-foot waves, there was zero sway in my Raptors last year. Now in years past, you know, shallow water anchors are notorious for moving and swaying, and the bushings would wear out after a whole hard season. Last year, they were just like this, just like new. So I'm really looking forward to torture testing yet again these Minn Kota Raptors, but they're absolutely proven. Hydraulic hoses go to the back transom here. Everything is nice, everything is clean. One thing worth mentioning is a quick shout out to Texas Boat Works. Aaron over there, and he lives over near the house. You know, he hooks up some of the Guggen boys, but he does an excellent job at rigging. And this is the first time in 10 years I let someone else rig my boat. So he did just a fantastic job. I approve of it, and I know exactly, you know, where to diagnose issues if things were to happen, but he makes it really simple and really nice. So let's hop inside the boat and I'll show you guys how I weight it, you know, where I store certain things. I got it all loaded down and ready to go here, so hop on in. Okay, here we are, the front of the boat. This is where most of it goes down. You know, towards the end of the season, you really see where my carpet wears out, right in this section, right through here, because that's where I spend most of my time. That's where most of my weight is. You cannot, look how much that thing stands out. I mean, that is a 36-inch setup. That is 3 12-inch Humminbird Solexes. The front one here, I dedicate to strictly 360. Mega 360 allows me to see 360 degrees around the boat. Really shows where bass like to hang out. It shows bass structure and it shows it in ultra clear definition. Of course, that is the Mega 360 pod over here, and it's basically just a transducer that rotates 360 degrees. So, dedicated Mega 360 here. Down to the left, I've got dedicated live, Mega Live, a live image of what is going on underneath the boat. You can follow your jig up, you can follow your jerkbait, you see your jerkbait real time, and you see the feedback. You see the fish feedback, whether they follow it, turn away, or they follow it and bite it. You can make your adjustments based on what is going on live underneath the boat. So that is a huge tool. And then on the right-hand side here, I've got my mapping on a 70% screen, and then the other 30% will just be a 2D down imaging, or I'm sorry, 2D just regular sonar, and that allows me to pick up that drop shot when we're fishing up north, and it's got that nice separation. You can see the weight, you can see the worm when it's dropped directly below the boat. And this transducer is actually built in, so the down imaging and the 2D transducer is built into the 112 Ultrex here. It's a 36 volt trolling motor system, and these guys, this Ultrex here, it's like the OG spot lock trolling motor. It's the OG GPS integrated trolling motor. This thing knows where you're standing, where you're floating on planet Earth. You know, it picks up satellites, it knows exactly where you are. When you hit the spot lock button over here, boom, it keeps you in that spot. You can make repetitive cast, do whatever you need to do throughout the boat. It is awesome. I've got this on a GeigerTech triple mount. So this system is a nice, beautiful, it's a very symmetrical system, and it's on that GeigerTech mount there. And we went with a red again this year. It's very strong, zero flex, and it really looks cool. It's kind of got that real nice sports car look to it. So, of course, the Skeeter FXR, I believe this is year number 3, or year number 4 of the FXR model. And of course, from the older FXs, the deck has been widened. It's very sturdy, it's very stable. It can fish 2 people up front very comfortably. Let's stay on the front deck here. Let me just show you some of these rods. I got all my 13 rods and reels just absolutely rigged up for this tournament season. It's probably, I don't know, 6, 12, 18, that's maybe 20 rods. You could probably fit about 35, 36, maybe even 40 rods in that space. And then over here, just spare rods over here. A lot of times I'll keep a lot of my treble hooked rods on the left-hand side, and then my flipping, my spinning, my jigs, my single hooked rods on this side, just so I know kind of mentally real quick, all right, I'm gonna pick up my traps. You know, I'm gonna pick up my swim baits with the big giant treble hooks. We'll leave them over there, and then a lot of my flipping stuff is over here on the right-hand side. This over here is a day box. Excuse the mess. I still have some decals I need to put on here, but day boxes are really nice for when you open up a brand new package of plastics and you just kind of throw them over here. You know, when you get a bite, you catch a big fish, put it in the live well, you just go right over here. That way you're not having to lift up the center lid. It's just very convenient having a day box. I've got a headlamp. That's a must for all you tournament guys. When it's dark in the morning, you've got to see what you're tying up. So that's pretty standard there. As Johnny moves out of the way and gets behind me here, this is the main kind of storage compartment. Really nice in the FXRs. They have a modular tackle system, and I actually took it out. I took it out this year. I don't do a lot of, a lot of tackle swapping, 7, 8 trays at a time. For you at home who fishes the same, kind of lakes day in and day out, week in and week out, that modular tackle system is like excellent for you. But for me, I just have all my tackle boxes all lined up here. It's all Bass Mafia stuff, all super high grade, high impact resistant plastic, really good stuff. I just have them all laid in right there. One kind of tip I could give you guys when loading your boat, whether it's a Skeeter, FXR, or ZX, whatever it is, always try to keep most of your weight towards the rear. Keeps that prop in the water when you hit big waves. A lot of weight's not in the front, especially with the electronic setup I have. Always try to keep all your weight towards the back there. I got some, you know, Bass Mafia plastics, you know, the money bags, that's all nice. I'm down here in Florida, so these 6-inch stick baits work really well. There's actually some prototype swim baits over there. You weren't supposed to see those, but that design's gonna change anyway. And then just these kind of horizontal surfaced tool holsters here, really nice. Man, I gotta have like 3 or 4 different pairs of scissors, two different pairs of pliers, because I go missing all the time. Just a really good cockpit area. Right here is just, you know, oh, well, yeah, we got some personal items in there all the time. It's just a glove box. You've got safety stuff, I mean, paperwork, real small package there that stays bone dry. Last year, the first boat off the line with this nice padded foam bottom here, the first boat off the line with this padded foam bottom was my boat. So I ran it last year. It was a lighter color. It was kind of a light gray. This year they went to a darker foam, and it doesn't show the little scuffs from your shoes and fish blood and all that stuff. So just a really cool, nice cut. Eat, sleep, fish. That's a Skeeter motto. So it just matches again that same vibe of this boat. The seats, I went with a kind of that nice silver black with some red piping. Awesome seats. I mean, they are rock solid. If you're in rough water, or you know, if you want to hop in the boat, you could use those handles right there and just hop in real nice. Right here is your big cooler. Everyone likes a big, large cooler, especially in those summer months. Pour a huge bag of ice, 10-pound bag of ice in there, and still have room for all your water, all your drinks, all that stuff. Cup holders here, all molded glass cup holders, so those things are gonna last throughout the duration of the life of this boat. All right, here we are in the cockpit. Couple new things here. Let's see, what do we got? So this steering wheel, some slight changes in the steering wheel, all billet aluminum, just a solid look. TH Marine jack plate, TH Marine jack plate, and trim switches here on the, they call these like the blinker style. They're really nice in rough water. You can keep both hands on the wheel and still control both the jack plate and the trim. Again, Solix 12, full map, and side imaging and down imaging in 2D. So I always like to run a full map on 12 inches. A lot of times we go to unfamiliar lakes, and I don't know if there's a stump field over there. I gotta rely on my Lake Master chip to show me the contours, show me where the hazards are, and there's no better way to know where that stuff is than with a 12-inch screen, zooming in, zooming out on a dime real fast. Over here I got my Raptor switches, and these are real nice, real easy. Double tap down, they sink down, single tap up, awesome. This is all a beautiful, just electronic keypad. It's very fast, you power it up, starboard fill, port fill. I've hit that button a lot. Oxymax, dry dock, all that stuff is all good. Remote drain plug, really sick feature there that a lot of the boats are starting to utilize. And just a remote live well knob as well. This is kind of cool. Little cell phone pouch right here. You grab your cell phone, you do a lot of Instagramming, selfieing. I just caught a big one. Got to put my cell phone away and keep it safe and dry. Boom, goes right there. When you're running down the lake and you want to pull up a map or satellite, just pull it right out of the holster there. Boom, boom, boom. Put it right back in its holster. So really nice, comfortable seats. Moving back here, bear with me, guys. Moving back here, just some very big storage here for the rear deck, throw cushion, and all my safety, fire extinguisher, safety flares, first aid kit, life jackets, both the auto inflatable style and the old school foam style. I carry it all, so you gotta be prepared for that. Gotta be prepared for the law to pull you over and ask you where all that safety equipment is. It's right there. Again, back here, I always like to have my real heavy, salt impregnated plastics back here. Salt means more weight, so soft plastics and tungsten terminal tackle all go back in this kind of co-angler box back here. So again, all the weight, you want all your weight towards the rear of the boat. And then live wells, you know, there's nothing special about these live wells other than the fact that they're huge and it's a single live well system. So it's not a separate live well where you fill the right side, you fill the left side. It's just a huge tub with a center divider. So for your multi-species guys, if you're doing some catfishing, if you're doing some muskie fishing, walleye fishing, whatever it is, just take out that center divider and you got this huge, giant, like 3-foot long live well. So never have any live well issues or fish pair issues there. And then this is really the heart of the whole bass boat. So almost 21 feet of fiberglass and carpet and vinyl and seating and electronics. All that stuff needs to be powered by something, and that something is lithium technology. Battle-born lithium. They were one of the first lithium company, battery lithium companies on the marine scene. They've been an RV staple brand for years and years, and they've made their way into the marine market. Well, not all, but most of the elite pros are running these battle-born lithiums. If they're not running them, they want to run them, or they're asking to run them. And here we have a 4 battery lithium system with an AGM kicker. The AGM battery here, it's just an old school lead battery. I run it strictly to my Yamaha engine. That's all I run it on. The second lithium battery here, this is the Battle-born that controls only the electronics. So anything electronic in my boat, the 5 Solixes, the 360, the live unit, the lights, the GoPros, all that works off of one Battle-born battery, 100 amp hour Battle-born battery. So that is really awesome there. And then the remaining 3 is just like normal. It's your 36 volt trolling motor system. So just a really clean, tight system. Charges excellent with the Minn Kota charger here. This is the 460, which is a 4-bank charger, and I have it all on all my lithium batteries here. And then later on this year, spring of 22, they're gonna release a 5-bank charger, and that's when I'm gonna be able to charge all 5, including that AGM battery. Of course, I have it all on the switches here. Sonar Pros makes this sick wiring harness. So instead of real thin wire, they use this giant gauge wire. I think it's a 10 gauge wire that runs straight from that lithium battery to each and every piece of electronics in my boat. So to each Solix. That way there's no flickering, there's no power issues whatsoever in my boat. Doing this for a living, you can't have any downtime, because downtime means you're falling behind. So that is all awesome here. Raptor pumps back here. Skeeter just did an excellent job at creating the space back here, you know, to hold all this, you know, battery and wirings and accessories and pumps and you know, if you're tournament fishing, you know, you have to have shallow water anchors. So they created all this flat space back here for you to install any of these accessories that you choose to install. So that pretty much does it. We have got a sick camo wrapped 2022 Skeeter FXR with the brand new 250 SHO. I literally have 2 hours on the engine. 2 hours means I'm able to pop it up on plane and really see what this thing is about. So the wind is dying, the sun is starting to come out. We're on the backside of a cold front. I'm gonna kick you out of here. I'm gonna go put this thing in the water. I'm gonna go put a few more hours on it. Hopefully catch a couple more of these fish. So that is my boat for 2022. The next video you guys are gonna see is gonna be a little bit of fishing, and I'll walk you through all my electronics, how I set them up, and how I utilize all the little features to help catch me more fish on tour. So get out of here. I'm gonna go put it in the water. I'm gonna go fishing. I'll see you guys.